economic hardship. We are dying of hunger. Beggars in Kogi cry out. Can you imagine? So, Association of Beggars in Kogi State have come together to say they are dying of hunger. Nobody's giving them money again. Their profession is begging, actually. Even if you give them work to do, they won't do it. You give them business, they won't do it. And these are basically disenfranchised Northerners that have taken profession as a skill set. They are all over the country, not just Kogi. If you come to Lagos, you come to Asaba, come to Makurdi, come to Bayelsa, come to Port Harcourt, River State, come to Yenagoa, any major state capital, you will see them there. They're always on the road, littering the road with refuse and begging, both themselves and their children, and nobody, fires them. Now they have come together now to say that they are hungry, they don't have anything to eat, okay? Because their profession is begging, and the profession is not paying now because there's hardship in the land. Now, wow, nothing when Musana will see forget. Okay. Beggars in Lokoja, the Kogi state capital, have cried out over the declining rate of assistance from members of the public. The beggars described their condition of living as terrible and unbearable. Speaking with Daily Post at the popular old market in Lokoja, a beggar who identified himself as Malam Abubakar Ali expressed concern that he and his colleagues in the arms business no longer made enough money to feed Kayimajiri arms business. So Ali said, a few years back, I could boast of making 1,500 to 2,000 naira a day from begging. But for now, for the past 1 year or so, I hardly make up to half of that amount. Another beggar, Mohammed Adamu, who noted that he lost his sight many years ago, said he has been finding it very difficult to cope with life due to diminishing earnings from begging. So we cannot engage in meaningful physical work that can bring money to our pocket. Why can't you engage? As persons with disabilities, we depend solely on other members of the public. What they keep on telling us is that they are also feeling the negative impact of the bad economy. So we are dying of hunger. Where do we go from here? He asked. So the beggars called on the state and the federal government to find meaningful solutions to the current social and economic challenges facing the country. So Daily Post reports that the cost of living in Kogi State, especially Lokoja, is very high. For instance, Gary, a staple food hitherto regarded as the common man's food, has gone beyond purchasing capacity, with a measure of it skyrocketing from 500 to 2,200. Oh boy. A market survey by Daily Post in Lokoja revealed that prices of rice, beans, noodles, semovita, meat, tomato, pepper, onions, maize, corn, fruits, groundnut oil, Red Bulls, among others, have hit the rooftop. That their prices have hit the rooftop. So this is coupled with the high cost of transportation and other social vices due to the removal of fuel subsidy by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led federal government in 2023. Okay. So the thing here is that they are in the begging industry. It's a business. And now the business is not yielding profit because they cannot get the amount of money they hope to get or they used to get from public before now. And because of that, they are not able to feed 3 times a day. Foodstuff is very, very expensive and they are struggling to cope. Those are the words of these people. So now that it is like this, what are you going to do differently? At the question. So now that even beggars are crying now. So if the beggars are crying, how are we going to solve this kind of problem? So by the time the revolution starts, I don't think this government will be able to contain it. I must tell you the truth. No matter the propaganda they bring forward, saying that the opposition is the group of people sponsoring the protest that we're seeing, is all just fake, okay, to hide their faces. But look at what is happening now. People cannot feed. People cannot, solve their basic problems in their houses. People cannot pay school fees of their children or medical care, clothing, or shelter, or whatever, just name it. So that means that if the beggars at this level can start crying, then it means that the country is gone. But what it means is that these beggars depend on the public. The public now no longer have job, no money, so they can't get anything. And they're not ready to work because they have taken begging as their profession. This one is funny me. And if you tell you like, it's funny me. So now, in Kogi State, it's been discovered by Daily Post or Daily Trust that the economy is very high, cost of living is very high, and right now it's difficult to hold them tight, showing that all right, so everything is high in that state, and that life is now very difficult. Already, every aspect of Nigeria is crying. People are crying from left, right, and center, especially people that supported Tinubu before before now. They are even people crying most, with other tribes laughing at some Southwesterners for the tribal bigotry that they used to win election, saying it's no more a joke for everybody. It's not my joke for everybody. So that is what is happening in Kogi State. Is there any other state suffering the same problem? We are yet to hear from the beggars in Lagos, beggars in Port Harcourt, beggars in Yenagoa, beggars in Asaba, beggars in Ibadan, beggars in Abeokuta, beggars in Abuja, okay, and beggars in so many northern states as well. Because this problem of beggars in Kogi State is not limited to them in Kogi. It is just all around. This is a very serious one now. So now that beggars are complaining and are calling on Tinubu to do something immediately, so it means that both the rich, the poor, the destitute are all putting all these things on Tinubu, and they're all calling Tinubu to come to their aid. Will Tinubu come to anybody's aid? That we cannot say at this moment. Now, wow, it's a very terrible situation. I must tell you the truth. So now, Kogi beggars are now making a peaceful call. I'm sure this is more like complaint now before it degenerates into protest or into committing some other forms of crime for them to survive. Only God will help these people. I must tell you the truth. But again, what I'm saying is not affecting just beggars alone, because if the man used to give you, or people used to give money and now they are not able to do that again, then it's a dangerous one. Tell you the truth. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.